Hey everybody, Pastor Sherman D.Manning joining you live from Skid Row, I think it's May 5th, 2020. May 5th, 2020. Pastor Sherman D.Manning joining you live from Skid Row. God is a good God. Let's take a look and see what we see out here today. May 5th, 2020, approximately 6 o'clock in the evening. The only unfortunate news is I think the park is already closed for the day. I think they close it at 6. It could be 7. I'm normally not here this time of day, but we shall see, we shall see. You do see the homeless kids right there, right? Walking with their parents. I happen to know them. The little kid there. Now the gentleman there is selling things. But the kid holding the adult's hand is a homeless kid. There are lots of homeless kids over here. I generally don't show them on camera for a lot of reasons. One of which is just to protect their privacy. But you'd be surprised at how many homeless kids there are in the City of Angels. I think the park might be closed already, but we shall see. We shall see. Maybe not. Maybe not. I always call it Julian Park because I know people know what I'm talking about when I say Julian Park. But John Eisen, who was an attorney, a business lawyer, you know how lawyers are. He wants me to always make sure that I say San Julian Park. San Julian Park. And it is closed as I thought. It is closed. I think they close at 6. But look at all the people standing outside the park. So you can see there's still no social distancing going on. The park was extremely full earlier. I was here, didn't have my phone. Nothing in San Julian Park has changed. They have not been tested. And what Kirkwood Tyler from the mayor's office told us, I'm not going to call the man a liar. That's disrespectful. I want to be courteous. I will just say it has not happened. He told us it would happen last Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. It did not happen. And no one has explained to us why it did not happen. Take a look at what should be social distancing and what I've been saying to the Garcetti administration for the past 3.5 or 4 weeks, actually longer, is what are we going to do about these brothers and sisters? They have been left for dead. I'm trying to use 2 cameras at the same time, everybody. That's why you see all this movement. But I think you can get the gist of what I'm trying to show you. These people on Skid Row, in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of COVID-19, which is an emergency, have been left for dead. We call on the mayor of this city, whom we have been saying is a good man, and we have been saying that we want to see him become a great man. We have been saying that he's a good mayor, and we want him to become a great mayor. We want him to commandeer hotels. We're not unmindful of the fact that on CBS Channel 2 News last night, which was May 4th, the mayor announced that he had commandeered a hotel, and there were more than 400 beds available in that hotel. And someone called me and they said, you know, that's a result of your protests and everything that came behind it. But I guarantee if you ask the Garcetti administration, they will say that it has been in plans for the longest and they were going to do it anyway. But that was a result of the protests that we did. And we thank God that he used us to get housing for more than 400 people already. But that's not enough, Mr. Mayor. This is an epidemic. People are dying. We need thousands of beds. People sleeping in cars over here, people sleeping in tents, people sleeping on the ground in the City of Angels, which has become a city of devils, a city of demons. History will judge us. History will judge our leaders by how we treat the least of these, our brothers and sisters. I'm calling on the mayor. We don't have to have coffee together. We don't even have to have a Zoom meeting together. That's why when your chief of staff, Anna, was calling me, I didn't even answer the phone. I was talking to my people, which are the homeless people. I was trying to help my people. I'm not interested in having coffee with you or donuts with you or anything like that. I'm not interested in trying to become your friend. None of that. I'm interested in you helping these people. These are human beings. These are citizens. Some of them have gone to prison, Mr. Garcetti. And when they got out of prison, they served the time for the crime. And now what they need is the opportunity to live their life. They have served their time. I want you to be unbiased. I want you to support second chances and third chances. When a person has served their time in prison, they deserve not to have to live down their past forever. Don't introduce somebody as convicted rapist turned pastor or convicted murderer turned pastor. You don't introduce the president that way. When is the last time you all heard them introduce Donald Trump that way? Have you ever heard them say, accused sexual assaulter turned President Donald Trump? You haven't heard that, have you? They just say President Donald Trump. How about the Apostle Paul, Chief Apostle Paul in the Bible? They just say Apostle Paul. They don't say former murderer, former terrorist, former killer, Paul the Apostle. They just say Apostle Paul. If you introduce Apostle Paul as Apostle Paul, he'll tell you about his murders. He'll tell you that he was on the road to Damascus and something hit him and transformed his life and he changed. If you introduce me as Pastor Sherman D.Manning, I'm going to tell you I was in jail, and I'll tell you all about it. Extra, read all about it. But let me tell my story, because when I tell it, God's going to get some glory. And when you tell it, you're just trying to get a story. Come on, somebody. And now that we have talked about that, we don't have to talk about that anymore. Cat's out of the bag. Everybody who didn't know it knows now all those facts. But look at these people. Look at all these people on these streets. No social distancing. Most of them don't have masks. Most of them have nowhere to go. Mayor Garcetti, what about these people? When are you going to house them? Are you going to wait until the coronavirus is over? Are you going to wait until the governor opens the entire state back up, which he's prepared to do right now? Is that when you're going to get housing for them? What about these people, Mr. Mayor? What about these people? What about these people? I've been saying this for more than 4 weeks now. What about these people? These are God's children. We must reach out to them better than we have in the past, with clean hands and clean hearts, and rebuild America. We can't leave them here to die. We cannot leave them here to die. I will not rest until we clean this place up. It stinks down here. It's depressing down here. It's stressing down here, stressful. And I know that the mayor, unfortunately, has not come here in a while. And a lot of politicians will come when the cameras are here. They'll come when they can make a story. But if there's no cameras, you don't see them. It's like they do the churches. They come when they're running for office. And after they win, you don't see them again until they're running and want to win. What about these people? Mr. Garcetti, supervisors, governors. Yes, we can. Take a look at yeswecanworshipcenter.org. That's yeswecanworshipcenter.org. Take a look at our website, click down, donate, and help us to make a difference in this city. In Jesus' name, yes, we can.